We kept clicking it at the same time.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to, before we go anywhere, welcome back to the official startup again of the TSL show. I know we've taken off a few, well, not really, we took off like 1 week. But we are back, and today we are starting off with another episode 9 to be exact, of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, besides the ratings of the show, because a lot of people have been talking about how low the ratings of the show, how low the ratings of the show has been. The show has been pretty good. It's definitely been given a lot each episode. I haven't had, well, besides one was kind of dog. We really haven't gotten one dog moment from this episode. But judging from the mid-season trailer, it seems like the show is about to start picking up more. So, I don't know. I kind of like this episode. I like some parts of the episode. I feel like a lot of these people, a lot of these old heads that are being dug up from the Bravo grave, and a lot of these friends are trying a little too hard, in my opinion,
to become cast members.
I don't know what the vibe they're giving is. I don't know if they're trying to become cast members or if they're just looking for a moment. But like a lot of the stuff is starting to make, well, as far as it comes to with
Drew and that girl, she's annoying me. The girl is.
Like, yes, Fatum, who we will talk about later on. But I'm saying, as far as Fatum, I don't know what energy she's giving up, but it's starting to kind of make sense from the very first encounter that we got to see of her, and they didn't even mention her name. Mm-hmm. That and Lisa Wu. I don't understand what vibe Lisa Wu was giving. Like, girl, it wasn't even like the energy she was giving wasn't even necessary. I don't like, regardless if she was drunk or whatever the case may be. It really wasn't giving that. So let's see. We got Marlo and her nephews all over again. I don't really feel like having to talk about this Sheree and Tyrone scene, so we're not going to really talk about it because they'll have their own segment later on down in the future episodes because he does make an appearance based off the mid-season trailer. Who else do we got?
I want to talk about it. Like Sheree said, her friends should have said something. I think they were saying something. Like, sometimes we need to take accountability when people just, sometimes people aren't blunt with what they need to say, like just straight out front with it. And I felt like that's what she was looking for with that situation, even though Sheree isn't like a grown ass woman. Like, she knows right from wrong. She knew that relationship wasn't meant for her, but she was still looking for her friends to tell her, like, I don't touch it. It's hot. But
I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna just leave it at this. I feel like at the tender age of 52 and a trying failing relationship, I don't feel like she needs to be in a relationship with somebody. And the only reason why I say I feel like she does not need to be in a relationship with somebody is because she's been married for all those years, and even when she wasn't married, her and Bob were still working towards something. It wasn't until season 9 where the downfall of their relationship really took place, where she really felt like she didn't want to be with him and didn't want to give it another go. Like she basically had season 9 and then season 10 we find out that she's talking to somebody. Like the time gap of that is not really like it's not consistent for me. Like I really don't feel like it's just not for her. I just feel like it goes out for anybody in general. I feel like when you put time into when you put a substantial amount of time into a relationship, and that relationship is no longer is no longer in existence, I feel like you should take a break. I don't feel like you should be trying to date anybody. I don't feel like you should be trying to not date. Let me clear it up. I don't feel like you should be trying to rush into a relationship with someone. And I only say that because you need to take time for yourself. Like there's a lot of energy and a lot of time and a lot of effort put in on both parties into a relationship. So you're coming out of a relationship and you're already like kind of damaged, and you haven't truly healed from that. What's the point of jumping into another relationship? And then you're jumping into a relationship with somebody that's behind bars. Let's be honest. Like that wasn't what it was really supposed to. Like that's not the steps that she should have did. Now talking to him wise, yes, I completely understand her like talking to him. But as far as like pursuing a relationship and seeing this going somewhere and you're waiting for him to get out of jail so y'all can become this couple and potentially see yourself getting married and all that stuff in a short amount of time, even though like she was off the show for some years. But like, girl, come on. Mm-hmm. If you just wanted to get that my wet, just say you wanted to get that my wet and you could have just kept it moving.
Yeah. All right. Moving forward. We weren't even supposed to go that far into it. Are we starting with Drew in her mom's conversation?
But no, well, I guess we can talk about it. I don't have a clip for it because I didn't really find it that much.
Well, we can start with where you at. I mean, their conversation wasn't much, just touching on the fact that she felt like Sonya was fake, but
unless you did want to speak on the whole Ralph and her and this becoming a step, I mean, like legally becoming her son's legally becoming her son's dad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like if he wants to do that, then that's his choice. I don't feel like that's something that he should be forced into doing. And a lot of times when men do adopt other kids, when they, marry another woman that has a child by another man and they adopt their child, they usually do it on their own, or it's a discussion between them and the child. Like, I just feel like if Ralph wanted to adopt her other son, he would have. But that's all I want to say about that part. Which clips do we have?
All right, so we can start off with talking about Marlo and her nephews because it's kind of we got the one scene with her and her talking about her nephews. Then we have the other scene with her talking about the outcome of what she did with her nephews. So we can go ahead and start off with that.
Michael.
Mr. Billy.
Oh, wow. You cut his neck now?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, then what happened to his neck?
I don't touch that there.
I swear, ever since the call with their mom, Michael and William have been acting totally different. So bad.
Billy.
Oh, wow.
I I do anything.
Okay, then what happened to his neck?
I don't touch that bear.
I swear, ever since the call with their mom, Micah and William have been acting totally different, so bad. Like, not listening, not cleaning up, doing what they want to do. It's like, what am I gonna do?
Your auntie is so worried about you at school.
Do you guys feel that you need therapy right now?
No. William, you don't think that you're going through a lot in your mind? Like, as in, are you missing your mom?
You just got 3 referrals in the last 30 days.
I don't do anything in school, really.
Oh, yes, you do. You talked back to the teacher and told her she didn't get paid enough.
No, I said she didn't get paid by arguing with me.
I know, that's disrespectful. There's not a book on how to raise these boys. Only thing I do know is what I wanted as a foster child growing up. So the only thing I can do is just let Mike and William know, hey, you're loved. And sometime they're gonna be handed lemons. And they're just gonna have to make some sweet ass lemonade.
I just feel like I'm failing y'all.
I don't want the school to call me. I shouldn't have to get upset. That's how I was raised. I don't want to have to raise you all like that. I don't want no teacher talking about you. You're skipping class. I'm trying. I don't know what my parenting is doing. My mission is to shape them into stronger, smarter, independent young Black men. And it's tough. Sometimes I feel like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right decisions? Pray for me and with me. Just do what you have to do. Can I please get that promise?
Yes.
What about
Oh, so what about when their auntie give them lemons because she want to kick them out?
Well, we'll get to that, but I will say, sympathetic wise, I do understand where she is coming from. So I will applaud her for noticing the change, even though I'm not the biggest Marlo fan. And her nephews about of the aftermath of how seeing their mom act took a toll on them. So I will give her an applause for that part. But on to the other part. When that little boy, what is it, Michael? When Michael said that she doesn't get paid to argue with him, I was like, Marlo, girl, he learned that from you. That sounds like something like that they just picked up from you saying. Like, and I feel like, and plus, like we'll talk about it in the next clip, I feel like that I feel like Marlo has this, I feel like she has this stuff wrong. I feel like her method of dealing with her with parenting her nephews is wrong. And granted, she is somebody that is new to taking care of somebody else's kid, or whatever the case may be. Is something new to her, but let's be very clear. Based off of the stuff that she showed us from episode 8, was it 8? Yeah, between episode 7 and 8. Based off what she showed us with the whole, she doesn't accept hand-me-downs. Her girl should, like the girls in her, that she takes, that she mentors deserves the finer things in life. Mm-hmm. Everything should be new, have fresh tags on it, stuff like that. Like, it's very evident that this is the way that she's raising her nephews also. Even with the episode where she was talking about she spent all that money on her nephew for the formal, the prom, whatever the thing was, wherever he got dressed up to the school dance, we'll just put it at that. It just goes to show it's like a consistent pattern. And you have to be very fragile when you're bringing kids who didn't have that upbringing up into that upbringing. Because it's two different lifestyles. It's two different paces. Mm-hmm. With having kids that come from nothing, and then they basically overnight get elevated into a lifestyle where anything that they basically want to can be provided for them, even though we don't know how Marlo really makes her money.
Mm-hmm. We really don't, because I still can't wrap my mind around the fact that she getting a house built. I'm still trying to figure out how you get a house built without a job. And then she want to keep saying that she wants to keep saying that about this little rent-a-label business, and you just started that, honey. So how can you afford a house? I'm still lost by that. Like a house that's built because you have to pay for that up front. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Like she needs to go back and she needs to rethink this. She needs to rethink her method of how she wants to parent them. Because in one aspect, I understand I understand she didn't have anything growing up and she was in foster care and all the things that she's gonna be telling us since episode 1. But sometimes you need to revert back to that standard. Like, don't get me wrong, in certain ways everybody is spoiled when it comes to certain stuff. But don't get it wrong. Certain things have to be taken in place for you to get what you want. You just can't floss them everything that you want to floss them because it's not something they're accustomed to.
Hmm. All right, what's the next clip?
You don't got nothing that you want to say?
No, because I honestly I started out loving Marlo, and by now I'm not feeling her at all. Feel like she a piece of shit for kicking them boys out. Why tease
Well,
them?
wait. Because we can talk about that after I play
All right.
the other clip.
Okay.
Almost 3 years. I need a break from them. So I kicked the boys out.
What?
It was just a bad
You
day.
kicked the boys out?
I just told them they had to go.
Where did they go?
To my little sister's Crystal. I called her and I said, look, you got to get these boys. I'm done. If you can't take them, do whatever. She knew, like, that's not me. Crystal is my little sister. I chose to send the boys to Crystal because she's just a mom of 4 toddler boys and she just gets the job done. She's like, can you just give them a 30-day wake-up call? Yeah. Okay. Like, damn it, be grateful and thank God for the auntie that you have that cares and take the time to do the extra things that I feel are important. I don't know if my sister's going to be on them about homework. I'm going to just see what happens, I guess.
It's definitely going to be a wake-up call for them. Let me tell you something. I have never taken a break from my kids. Would I like a break from my kids sometimes? Hell yeah. But I never got that opportunity. But I think we need to dig deeper into why you felt the need to, kick the boys out.
When I grew up, Sheree, I grew up in a household with a mom, substance abuse and drugs. I work my ass off. I've always worked. And I just feel that Mike and William, I want to shake them and say, hey, I want you to be great. I wasn't spoiled growing up. I had it tough. I grew up in the projects and I didn't have anyone to rely on. I had to get to where I'm at today on my own.
These are smart boys. When they say, look, I have been making tons of sacrifices because I want a brighter future for you, but it doesn't come easy.
I think I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of if something happens to them, people getting killed, their children getting shot. I'm like, God forbid something happened to Michael and William and them. I care about.
We all fear for our kids. And it's okay for you to, feel like that because it is a scary time right now.
It is.
All right, so you're going to start with your TED Talk about your disdain for Marlo.
What you say?
I said you can go ahead and start off with your TED Talk for your disdain for Marlo.
I'm disgusted by her. Why would you play with all this like good life and everything that they got that they weren't getting living with their mom in their face, and then because they don't clean their room and they're sassing off to the teacher, knock knock, bitch, welcome to parenthood, hoe. Like the shit ain't easy for real. Like it's not easy at all, Marlo. She think it's supposed to be cute, like they some some damn puppy dogs or something. Like she gonna dress them up and they gonna just be good. No, they're not. They're a product of their environment. And when you took on bringing them into your house and taking care of them and all that, you took on raising them and going through hard times and hardships with these kids. You can't just, because they're not acting right, just sit them to the side or send them to your sisters talking about that'll show them. Hopefully they'll get a wake-up call. Why? Because she got less money than you? Like, that's all she focused on. I'm over Marlo.
Totally agreeable. So I just really want to just pinpoint the fact now that the part of what you're saying about, she just wants the glitz and glamours of it. Like, she wants to show them all. It's kind of like she's using it as an accessory without using it as an accessory. And it's like, I don't think that she truly realizes your nephews are traumatized, sweetheart. They grew up with a mom who has mental health issues, one, who has abandoned them on multiple occasions and have been in and out of their lives for basically the majority of their life. At the first sign of trouble, girl, you decide that you want to kick them out for 30 days.
Exactly.
Because they've been with you for 30 years.
That's contempt of court. Oh, sorry.
Like, really? Like, are we being very serious here? The first sign of trouble, girl, you decide that you want to kick your nephews out for 30 days and send them with your little sister. And I also want to say, Marlo, where the hell did you get in all these siblings from, girl? You ain't ever talk about these siblings, one, and you've been in and out of the foster care system. So where are your siblings going?
Is these foster siblings?
Like, I'm slightly confused here.
All she want to talk about is therapy. Oh, I had to go to therapy. Do you guys need to go to therapy? No, bitch, they don't need to go to therapy. They're fucking teenagers. And they're smelling themselves. And that's why they're acting out. Like,
I'm gonna disagree with you. I definitely do think just because their circumstances are a little bit different from typical teenagers. There's a lot of teenagers who go through their stuff, and then the stuff they don't really get to realize it because, like you said, they're becoming men. They're hitting that puberty stage. So it's a lot of stuff hitting them all at once. But later on down in life, when stuff starts happening and then they really start spiraling, and you don't know why, this is why. Because it's a whole bunch of unpacked trauma.
Right.
That is compressed over the years. So now at the slightest convenience of anything, the smallest thing can make it blow. And it's like, girl, it's cute that you want to be giving therapy, like you want to be giving out therapy lessons and you want to be giving out these inspirational daily quotes and whatnot. But it's like, right message, wrong messenger. Girl, you kicked your nephews out at the slightest instant of you feeling like it was too much for you.
Exactly.
Right message, wrong messenger. They should be in therapy, but you should also be in therapy with them, girl.
She kept them in the house long enough to get a peach. Now they got to go. I can't, Marlo.
Well, I want to say she talks about it with Candy. So I guess we can circle back to it. Or maybe we can just play it now. Do you want to just play it now? So we can just get off the topic of Marlo and her nephews.
Marlo and her nephews. And then she want to go around to everybody and get a pity party. Girl, bye. These real housewives, these real mothers, they went through 9 months. They went through labor. Get your ass out of here. No one feels pity for you. You ran around running and talking to everybody business and throwing stuff in everybody's face all season. Now you want a pity call? Get your ass out of here, Nene Leaks. Out of here. I ain't got time for her. Sorry. She made me mad.
Was it this one? Please tell me it's this one.
Well, long story short, I kicked the boys out.
What?
I told them to get the out. I just...
No, you didn't say that to them.
Let's go sit over at the massage table. Where I'm at right now, I just feel I'm not as strong as I appear to be.
Oh my God, I need water.
It's like I've been going off on everybody, and I think that was just my way of kind of like, different. Like, it's different, and I'm not a mom, and I just
So where are they?
They're my sisters. I miss them, but right now, Candy, I just need me right now. I'm losing me. I'm drinking more. I'm stressed. I'm crying more. I don't know. I need therapy. Like, I went and I saw a doctor.
But you've given them this fabulous life, but to just...
And that's the problem.
By telling them to get the out, that's going to make them
Candy,
feel...
It doesn't, but
that's
at the time, it's what I needed to do. Because I was going to lose it. And I just feel I'm not doing right by them. I'm not. Because when I get in an argument with you and Candy and Kenya, it ain't about money. It's not about what you buy them. I said, well, Dad, what you want me getting food stamps? Where's Candy and Marlo?
All right. Yeah, you just want to cut that off there.
Yeah, because what do food stamps got to do with anything that Kenya and Marlo, bye. Marlo is really trying to be the new Nene, and I'm not here for it. Like, I'm really not. I want Marlo to be Marlo. Like, Marlo is trying it, and and it's not working in her favor because we see right through your fake tears. As soon as she started crying, I ain't see not one tear. And I'm just like, you want me? Shut up, girl. Shut up. Go get your nephews and be a mom, bitch.
I see the comparison. Don't get me wrong. I do see the comparison of her trying to hold the standard of, Miss Toucan. But just like Candy said, girl, you put them in this position.
Yep.
You did.
And
nobody else did. You put them in this position. Not your sister, not your other sister, not your mother, not the court. You put them in this position. You decided that this is what you wanted to do, and this is what comes along with it. Girl, you got to buckle up. Tighten it up, girl. Get them screws and tighten this shit up so we can keep this train moving.
Mm-hmm.
Like at every slight convenience of something that's not to your favor because you're not used to it, you feel like you want to shut down. And it's I just need me. I just need me.
No, that's people thinking motherhood is easy. Like,
say that color purple monologue shit for somebody else that gives a fuck, because we don't.
Motherhood ain't easy. That's what you get for thinking it was. Oh, it's their mom's like whatever she doing or whatever her sister got going on, and you thought that you was gonna be super save a child, and you weren't. Because guess what? I don't care what that lady had going on. She ain't abandoned her boys.
Who ain't abandoned their boys?
Her sister.
She definitely did.
How?
She definitely did.
Why? Because she's locked up?
No, she definitely abandoned them on multiple occasions, though. It definitely has been said, yes.
Oh, well, this ain't nothing new to him. I say that then. No. I still think Marlo messed up. Like I said, she dangled this good life in their face, and then she wanted to take it away from them. Why? Because they're doing what teenage boys do.
But then she also has to understand how much of an impact this situation is to them. Mm-hmm. These are not little kids anymore. These are not toddlers. These are not infants and toddlers. Like, these are kids growing into men. So the the cards that are being dealt with a little bit different now because the way that they're handling what's been given to them is different now.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day, yes, you're their aunt, and yes, you are providing them with the lifestyle that they're not used to, that you feel like is fitting for them. But at the end of the day, girl, you're just their aunt. You're never going to be their mother.
Mm-hmm.
So that attachment and stuff that they have to their mom is always going to be a little bit different. So when they act out, understand, yes, they are acting out, but understand the reason and why. You guys just went through something where they sat back and saw their mom, and their mom flipped out. They got to literally talk to their mom maybe for like 2 to 3 seconds before their mom flipped out. Y'all sat on the phone for a minute, hoping that she would get herself together so she can come back and talk to her kids, and she didn't. It's different cards being dealt with here, girl. It's not like being in foster care.
And then she want to sit there and turn her face and cry. If those cameras wasn't there,
I just need me.
Marlo is fake. She doing all this for the cameras. I don't believe nothing that she doing. Like, I was believing that she loved her nephews and she really wanted to bring them up, give them a good life and everything, but she done tapped out. Hopefully by the end of the season they back home.
I don't think that she's dangling. Well, let me not say it. But I think this was, I'm not going to, because it's going to sound so strategic when I say it. But I don't think that she does not love her nephews. I think that she do love her nephews. But I just feel like, given the circumstances of what's going on, she's finally becoming a housewife. She finally got to get a peach. I feel like she's focusing on the wrong things. Mm-hmm. So yet again, here's another instance where I feel like karma's taking play. Girl, you basically stop talking about your nephews and stop basically giving us the side that people want to see. Because basically what you're giving us is what we've seen for as many times that you've been on Housewives. We've seen you be low. We've seen you arguing with people. We've seen you like spread alleged tea. Like, we've seen all of the things that you're giving. So I feel like that's what she feels like, that's what we want from her because she's a housewife now. But it's like, nah, dog, that's not really what we want. Like, we already got to see that side of you. So we know that's what you can give if it's needed to be given.
Right.
Dogs, take care of your nephews. Like, this is not something that can be turned off and on.
Right.
Because what if something was to happen? So what when they become 16, 17, 18 and you feel like they not, like, you feel like you done had enough, you need you time because I just need me. I just need to get back to me.
No, she need them 30 days to make more money to get that house done.
Because because I've been drinking more. I've been arguing. Girl, first of all, don't blame them kids for you arguing with them girls because this is what you do when you're on this show.
You're right.
Moral of the story, Marlo, the felon, Hampton. Tighten up.
Child, put your big girl panties on. That's what you need to do.
It's given SW.
You ain't the only woman. All women go through it when they have kids. You ain't gonna be the last. Put your big girl panties on. You can get through it. Hell, they already halfway grown. What you kicking them out for? You got about 4 more years. You good.
All right. Let's move on from her.
Yes, please.
And let's
next clip.
Talk about. Let's leave Fatum in Sheree's phone. I do not want to see her on my screen ever again. One episode of actually getting a name to her face was enough for me.
Every time she on the screen, I want to spray it with water, bitch, because she needs some in her hair. That dry ass shit. Tired of her too.
We can leave her where she's at. Like,
then you want to talk about the detective. Tell the detective to find you a good oil, a good grease, something, honey, because your hair is dry. Then you want to always walk around with that dry ass red lipstick looking like a lot lizard. Girl, bye. Drew better than me.
Fatum, what do you think about Drew?
She attacked me for no reason. He said that your husband is gay and all of that. You should stop talking. I'm just telling you. No, I'm not going to stop talking. I'm not going to stop talking. So I was talking to a partner of mine. I'm like, oh my God, this girl, she attacked me. And, I was telling him. He's like, well, what's her name? I ran her file. So I was telling a friend, this girl just charged at me like for no reason. She just went off on me. And then, a few days later, he called me. He's like, I pulled up her background check. Her and her husband have about 12 aliases.
For real?
So what did your friend say?
He's like, yeah, her and her husband, they have a hell of aliases. But one of the ones that stuck in my mind is Danielle something as is one of his aliases. I got the receipt.
A whole woman? A woman?
Yeah.
Let me see this.
Was this a detective?
This guy, he has experience. I said, is it normal to have this many aliases? He said, no.
A friend of hers who works in real estate got the information for her. I have no idea, no clue what Drew and Ralph are hiding, but they're hiding something.
Who have I run background checks on? As of late, anyone who asks for my phone number, I'm doing a background check. Fatum is funny. She's like, I know people.
Hey, all I see is tacos.
Why you do that, Drew?
I mean, some people do that when their credit ain't that good.
Not the bad credit.
Ralph is kind of like Tommy from Martin. He seems to have money, but no job in sight.
Oh, Danielle, yeah. That's the alias that Ralph used when he was down in Tampa. Smart.
Child, Danielle using the name in Tampa the whole time is the assistant.
First of all, I don't know what wacky ass person Little Miss Fatum decided to look up to Drew, but girl, slow. That's all I can say. Borderline slow.
She didn't even do her own research. Like, she was so busy trying to find more stuff to put out there that she didn't even try to get information to see if these aliases were people that were around them. And I don't know what detective she got, but he needs to be fired.
First of all, any person can look up somebody's stuff if they're willing to pay the money.
Exactly, because that's what I was thinking about when she said detective. I was like, what detective is that? What site is that?
Girl, I was about to say, she probably went right on somebody lookup site, pay her a little bit of money, and found that. Anybody that's established to you is going to pop up on there. And then especially because they're used for business. It's not like these are just regular people. Being that they're being used for business, of course they're going to be attached to you because they work for you.
Right.
Girl, it's not that hard. And I feel like truly and honestly, before she even came on the screen, I did not know who she was until they played that flashback. So when they was like that, they got introduced to Fatum, I was wondering, who the fuck is she?
Right.
I'm thinking this is another Manietta situation where we're getting another new girl is getting introduced into the mix. And don't get me wrong, I'm loving Bravo's formula for this stuff right now. I'm loving this fact that we are getting the main housewives for, 8, 7, 8, 9 episodes, and then we're getting to see the friends of the show. You know, last year with the whole last Housewives of Atlanta season, we had got introduced to LaToya. Like, we got the few episodes of Fallon. Like, it was a lot of friends getting introduced within multiple episodes. And it was, like, very confusing. Because there was a lot of stuff going on. And friends weren't friends. And some of these friends were building friendships. And some of these friends weren't even friends. But because one housewife had too many friends, they just had to go ahead and dust another friend off to another main housewife. So I'm loving the aspect of it. But to Fatum, girl, you got this formula all packed down wrong. And if don't get me wrong, if you're trying to ride for your girl Sheree, that's fine.
I think it's Fatum.
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 Fatum, but continue.
Fatum, because girl, I don't see her.
Mm.
I don't see it. I don't see her. I don't see it for her. Any way, shape, or form, girl. It's giving a lackluster. Like,
I just want to know why everybody coming for Drew this season. Like,
because
I feel so bad for Drew. Like, Drew ain't even that type of, like, she is really such a sweet girl on the show, and every is coming for her. Like, they mad that she's with Ralph, even though we all know Ralph's
a POS at certain points.
Stuff within her marriage, but they're attacking her. Huh?
I didn't hear anything that you said.
I said they're upset with her because she's.
Yeah, I heard that part. But you said even though Ralph is something.
Even though Ralph is an a-hole, we all know it, but they're upset because of the marriage that she's dealing with, the things that she's dealing with within the marriage. But then they're attacking her instead of trying to help her. Like, everyone is attacking her for being there with him, like being in her marriage. That's what I view from the situation. And I feel like this show has been on television for so long, for 14 seasons, 14 years, I don't know. But like, they should come together and help each other more. And I think that's what Marlo trying to bring in, but she's not really doing it the right way. And there's no one on the show that's really on there to help, like, each other, like to love each other and to help each other grow. They're trying to help, but then they're attacking. It's like, pick a side. You either want to help me get out of this situation, or you want to just attack me and belittle me and make me go deeper further into this situation, because she's going to confide with her husband. I just feel like the way that the ladies are doing it is so wrong. And I feel like she's being attacked for just being a good person.
I partially agree.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because of how things ended with Drew last season, Drew only really had one person that she could lean on low key, because even even her and Candy aren't really like friends.
Mm-hmm.
But we Marlo was too busy focusing on fixing her relationship with fixing her relationship with Kenya and throwing Portia under the bus to really get a chance to get with Drew. Sheree's new. Sanya's new. So a lot of these folks really didn't get the chance to meet Drew. So a lot of these people are coming in, and they're friends with majority of the girls that's on here, and Drew's the odd man out.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it easy to do when there's an odd person out? Let's alienate the odd person out and let's just come for them.
I just don't. It's wrong.
It's wrong. Don't get me wrong, because it's like at the end of the day, at this point, and even though it's not everybody against her, it looks like it's everybody against her, because when she gets in defensive mode and she starts coming at y'all with the energy that she's giving y'all, now it's you're doing too much. It's not about them. Like, they're trying to give you this information, they're trying to help you, but it's like, you're not really helping me.
Right.
Like, girl, like, y'all aren't helping her.
Right. Thank you.
Every time something comes out about Ralph, Drew looks lost. This looks like it's all completely new to her.
Right.
Like, y'all, it's not even like y'all are telling her. First of all, you're not telling her off camera. You guys are using this stuff on camera. So you guys are using this for the benefit of y'all's storyline, because a lot of you guys are lacking a storyline. Cough, cough, Sheree. And then,
I forgot after that. Oh, go ahead, finish what you're saying, because I want to make sure I say this.
And then not only that, but it's like she can't win worth losing. Like, you guys are saying this stuff to her on camera, and not only on camera, because this is not like it's a one-on-one situation or something like, like, hey, Drew, we're looking out for you. It's like, well, let me tell you what we heard about your man.
In front of everyone.
Yeah. Y'all are like, and even though this is group setting, like, let's be very clear. The very first event where they did this was at Kenya Party. This is where there were multiple people there outside of just the group being there. Like, y'all are doing too much when it comes to her. And then the very moment that she give y'all something back, and it's just a little bit of spice, it's becoming, oh, she's doing too much. Oh, well, she was just trying to help you. Like, girl, obviously from this scene right here with Fatum, like, it goes to show, like, anything that Drew does, and don't get me wrong, because Drew was paying her dust. Drew was eating her food. Drew was letting her know, like, girl, mind the business that pays you. This is not your place. You can see, like, and then even with that scene, like, you can see Fatum was getting mad. She's like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing, and I'm gonna keep doing, and I'm gonna keep doing. Girl, that's fine. Now, when she knocked that accent out your mouth,
yeah, she's about, if you keep going, then I'm gonna keep digging, and I'm gonna keep going. Girl, now keep digging. You're coming back with nothing.
If she knocked that heavy old accent out your mouth, what is going to happen? Then y'all will be calling her another Portia. Oh, well, she's just out of control. She can't keep her hands to herself. No. Find somebody else to play with. It's 6 other females on this cast. Go after one of them. Y'all ain't gonna go after Candy. She ain't gonna go after Sheree because Sheree her friend. She ain't gonna go after Sanya because Sanya and Sheree are friends. Like, girl, find somebody else to go after. Go after Marlo. Go after Kenya. Like, just anybody else. And if this is all that you're going to be given, they could have honestly swapped her out with Monyetta. Like, it was a cute try. Epic fail. On to the next.
Exactly. I'm over Fatum. Like, the first episode she appeared and Drew shut her down, I was like, ooh, why she cut that girl off like that? Why? And then this episode, I'm like, yeah, no. She needs to shut the hell up. Like she said, who are you? Like, she doing too much. Like, you're not even a cast member, bro. Sit down. Like, relax. Pass the videos or the information to Sheree. Pass the bone to Sheree, the bone carrier.
And that's why I was saying, when we first had talked about this, and everybody was so like, well, me, you, and our third host, when we were saying this, and I was saying, like, I feel like this was a setup. This is why I say I feel like this is a setup. Like, I feel like Sheree it's like misdirected beef. Like, Sheree wants beef for her, but Sheree doesn't want to make it seem like she's checking for her.
Mhm.
Because this is the second time. Like the very first time when her and Sheree was into it, here she go. Well, is this the girl whose husband, well, ain't that the assistant who told you her husband was gay and got like, that was the very first instant. And then it was like, oh, like Sheree was trying to tell her, like, trying to play it off, like, like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, like, like it's going too far. But here we are yet again in another scene where she's here and she does the same thing. And then she trying to play it off like, oh, well, she didn't know this or this was something new to her. Like, girl, no, I'm quite sure when she got that energy from you and she went digging to find something else to talk about her about the very next time she went to it. I'm quite sure she went and called you and was like, well, this is what I found out. And you was like, yeah, girl, we're going to talk about it.
Right.
Just thirsty.
Like, they could have left Blockhead right in the fucking playpen.
Right.
They hated on Drew real bad, and I really don't get the Drew hate train. Drew hasn't been messing with anybody, so I'm just not like, I don't know, I don't get it.
They're upset that she's in that relationship with that man, but that's not their place. That's not their life. They don't have any place to interfere with their marriage. That's what people need to understand. That is a marriage. That is not a boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right. Sheree don't know that though. See how she on TV crying over a jailbird.
Child.
Hot mess.
Child. I would have respected Sheree more if she would have been on TV crying over Chris Tucker when she was dating him. Like, you crying over somebody that everybody knows was just locked up for fraud or something. Like,
and she's balling. Not even a little cute cry.
She needs
the girls are getting
help with them.
What you was about to say?
She needs somebody that's going to help with them bills and not somebody that's going to come to her neighborhood and go take mail out all the neighbors' mailbox so they can commit fraud again.
Why Fatum over there trying to research information on Drew? She needs to be trying to figure out how her friend make her coin.
Yeah, I don't know. Fatum is giving she's doing too much, and I blame Sheree because that's your friend, and you. Yeah, you're bringing the mess
from Sheree.
Yeah, most definitely.
I agree because Sheree that's the only way of that girl is through Sheree. Child.
Right. Gunning for Drew, like you could see it, like it's giving Sheree brought her on there to do her dirty work, because Sheree's scary. Like Sheree don't really be doing nothing upright to your face to let you know, okay, well, I'm your enemy. You know what I'm saying?
See, the thing is, the rules were different when it first started off. So when she was on there, when it was Lisa Wu and Kim Zolciak and all of them, Sheree was giving that energy because outside of Lisa. Like outside of Lisa, them girls really wasn't well, and Shane really never tried, Toucan Nose, but Toucan Nose was on a rise so quickly that it really wasn't too much that she could do.
Yeah.
It wasn't until it was people that was willing to do the things that she was willing to do came on the scene that she start backing down.
Right.
So the first few seasons, she was going in. It wasn't until Kenya came on the scene. It wasn't until Portia came on the scene. It wasn't until Phaedra came on the scene. It wasn't until that era of people that came on the scene where she went down on the scale. Like, dogs. I'm so disappointed in Sheree. They could have left her off the season as well.
I'm loving the new Sheree. Like, I love the way Sheree looks. Every time she comes back, she looks younger. The only thing that really rubbed me the wrong way and I don't know how to say this, but it was her weave. Her weave rubbed me the wrong way. I've been loving her weave the whole season, but this ponytail with the braid and the rubber band at the ends were a hot mess, and the top of the ponytail, it just looked like it was yesterday hairstyle that she wrapped up and tried to reuse for that scene, and it wasn't working. I'm sorry.
I've had it wrong. Oh my gosh. No, seriously.
For real, that ponytail, it pissed me off because I was on Sheree hair this whole season because Sheree never had like the long, the weave and all that. Like, and she is bringing it. Like, I love that blonde on her, but that ponytail threw me. It just pissed me off. Like when Marlo was crying, all I could see was the split ends of the ponytail. That's it. I'm sorry. But moving forward, y'all can continue.
All right, so the next one we got is Lisa. I can't wait to talk about this because she got annoying.
Hey, I didn't even know they clashed.
So anybody that's ever hurt you, you got to release them because you'll be in bondage.
Absolutely.
Because you're waiting for an apology that will never come.
And that is
It will never come.
100%.
And you'll be a victim.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm not waiting for an apology.
I'm not waiting for
I don't care.
I don't care what never
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Yeah, you've been talking a lot, Lisa. I said, hold on a second. Dang.
Yeah,
Dang.
I'm talking a lot.
Kenya said something, though, and I wanted to, before us to acknowledge it,
No,
based on what
but
you
I gotta
said.
finish my thought.
Yeah,
And
but
you
Kenya
can
said
just
something
please-
based on what
and
you
then
said, and I think it was
please,
worth her being able to finish her
hold
thought.
that thought and let me finish what the I was saying.
Girl.
Next time, we'll all get in an environment where you won't interrupt me.
Can I have some more champagne, please?
I don't know Madame Lisa that well, but she is certainly acting like the drunk auntie at the picnic. It's like, Lisa, can we please hear from somebody else?
Okay, so now, Jewel, we can come back to you.
Oh, I said what I needed to say.
Keep drawing your eyes somewhere over there.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You spoke on my husband's neck. Girl, but you act like you know me. You spoke on my husband.
She was floating with Anthony said.
But still, you should apologize.
Let it go. I'm not going to apologize.
So, Fatum, honestly, we need to really talk about this because she was bothered by what happened. And so bothered that she talked to a friend of hers, and the friend was a detective or something. It did some background.
All right, so let's talk about this real quick, and then we'll play the rest. Thoughts on Lisa Wu? Go.
I love the new Lisa Wu. I always love Lisa Wu. I don't care how drunk she was. And at halftime, that's what you get. You ain't got no punk here. Ain't no Drew over here.
She gonna snatch that job away from her. Lisa,
For real. That's what she get.
giving Lisa.
Play tough, and they don't want to play tough with the right one.
Okay, because she definitely did not have the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her little candy stuff. She's my Jamaican sis, but I'm not like it, Sonya. I want her fired.
I'm screaming, girl. Don't be one of them people on the internet.
What?
Come on now. She's very boring. She's boring.
One of those people who be like, first season, they want them fired after the first season because they're not giving us.
Ain't you the same one that want Diana fired? Oh, please.
I do, girl. I do, but let's be very clear here. There's a complete difference between the two. There's a complete difference between Sonya and Diana.
They both boring if you ask me, so they both can go.
I find Diana to be very boring.
And Sonya's not?
I'm not saying Sonya's not boring.
The only reason she's not boring is because she trade coat on Drew. That's the only reason she's not boring.
Right. And then what happens when Drew doesn't pays her dust?
Exactly.
She has nothing. Literally. Like, you really went up to that woman husband and said, oh, y'all pretend like y'all doing something. Like, who are you? Meanwhile, your husband out in another state cheating on you, pretending to be busy.
That part pissed me off too. And then she tried to make it seem like it was all innocent.
Stop going too fast.
Well, let's run the clip then, because we over Lisa and Sonya. Next clip, we want to see Sonya.
I want to give my opinion on y'all good sis Lisa No.
Not Lisa, no. Yo, I feel like you're really like not an advocate for Housewives coming back.
I am, but I'm not at the same time. Like, I feel like it's cute for an appearance, but let's leave it at an appearance. Like, all that is given. I haven't got booked in like 20 plus years, and I need me a job really bad. Energy is not hitting. Like, it's not hitting.
Don't come for Lisa, because Lisa ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. It ain't her fault that her marriage failed and she had to go to, I don't know what channel that was on. She was on, I think it was a R&B Divas or something. I don't know what show she ended up on.
Hollywood Divas.
Yeah. I watched that too, and I was
and she was only on. She was only on there for one season because she was not given what everybody else was given. Hence the reason why she should not be in front of the camera unless it's an acting gig.
I mean, she's gathering Sonya, so I'm here for it. I would love to see Wu and Drew link up.
Yeah, that's what Drew need in her corner. Somebody.
Yeah, she needs somebody right now. Right, because everybody is against her, and it's not cute. Like, y'all are just trying to pick on Drew because I guess she's like the easiest or something, but she really not, because she be at the mouth. So it's like, I don't really see why they like all jumping on Drew.
Exactly.
Lisa tried, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give. But apparently, this is alleged. Y'all are not going to like her soon because she does make another appearance, and in her other appearance, she clashes with Drew.
We'll see, because I like me an antagonist, but it's just I really hate the whole, okay, Drew is already at odds with most of the girls, so I'm going to hop on it and make it easy for myself instead of finding new beef. Like, that's what these new girls are doing, and I'm just not here for it.
Child, all right, we'll continue to play the clip, but all I'm going to say is I'm going to leave it alone. Lisa Wu need to stop making an appearance and just go on ahead to BET Plus and go play in a Tyler Perry movie. Maybe she can get a coin from Tyler Perry.
Check on you guys.
Wait.
Stuff that came up that she was like talking about.
I don't mean to cut you off. Is she a stalker? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, who are you? We're talking about you? I am starting to feel like Spirit is sitting right across from me. She's everywhere. I cannot shake her.
She said your husband had a female alias name. And you had like 3 different aliases.
Aliases? Are you serious? It was not me. It was your assistant that said it. And he was just like, ah. So I said, okay. So I talked to someone, and they pulled your record. And you do have a lot of aliases. And what does that mean? I don't know. So I told the girls, I don't know.
Drew, one conversation.
Wait, I'm in my salad right now. Ralph is not Danielle. Danielle is my assistant. Let's be clear. If you want to come to my house, you can meet her.
Can I have your water, please?
She needs to sober up. She's looking a little like she had one too many drinks. You look like you're fading.
Don't do that.
It's done. Period.
Floor, sloppy drunk. Yes. Like this. Laugh drops up in this bitch.
This bitch can be drunk every day for me. I love it.
I love drunk Kenya. Drunk Kenya is the true Kenya. She just been ready to let loose.
I will say this, Sheree, in regards to, you being upset about, Anthony saying some things about you. I just feel like you might need to address this. She has information about me from a detective.
And I'm gonna get more with me.
I refuse to repeat those things.
No, but she's in my...
All right, so we can go on ahead and continue this. First and foremost, I just want to say I love drunk Kenya.
Me too. I was wondering why nobody brought it up yet.
Because I was waiting, but I love drunk Kenya. Drunk Kenya was literally everything this episode.
She was so funny. She was so lovable. Like the total opposite of Kenya. Like she really let her guard down. I think she got drunk because she knew she's going to cuss Marlo ass out. That's what I think.
I also think that she was excited to have some fun, so she just let her hair loose a little bit.
No, she wanted to cuss Marlo out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She stay ready, so she don't got to get ready. But
yeah. But you see, when Marlo came for her, she ain't really like react that bad like the old, how Kenya is. She would have read Marlo and then would have like, I gotta go home.
Yeah, but
Mark's
that's because she was under the influence.
Yeah, that's why she didn't cuss her ass out. She let her live.
But I do want to say that I hate the double standards.
For who?
Because you see how when Drew pinpointed it out, when Drew was like, Sheree, you got mad because our mutual assistant told me your business.
Right. That part.
Somebody that I don't even know.
Fatum. Mm-hmm.
Girl, Fatum.
Not Fatum.
Here you have somebody I don't even know steady coming for me.
And you're not checking her at all.
But the first thing that she wanted to say was, well, I don't spread rumors. Like, I didn't want to spread that. Like, but she was saying, like, no, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with spreading the rumor. It's just the principle. Like, you got mad because
crazy.
You got mad because somebody mutually knew us was telling your business. Just like they were telling you my business. Just like how they were telling you my business, but somebody that I don't even know is steady doing this stuff. And you're just sitting there. And then let's not even mention the fact that this girl don't even know what aliases mean. You couldn't dictionary.com before you decided to do research? The first thing she wanted to say is, and I didn't even know what that meant, so I just wanted to bring it up to the girl. I was like, girl, no, you purposely did that.
Yeah, they're not giving. Like, they really do have a double standard. It's not cute. Like, Sheree, keep it cute, sis. Digging up background checks on people, like, that's so classless. Like, what are you even doing, girl? How bothered are you?
Girl, and you decided to do a background check off of one encounter though?
Off one, that's how. That's what I'm saying. It's giving Sheree for her up to it because it's just no way like you that upset. Like Drew didn't even clear her like she should have. You know what I'm saying? Especially given that she started it. Like, how you gonna just keep picking at me and expect me to not do nothing? Like, it don't make no sense.
I really want Bravo to do this. I want Bravo to bring all these girls back, but I want two friends of the show to be Drew's friend.
Yeah, I would like Drew to have some backup. I'm kind of tired of it, the Drew hate train.
They can keep all these girls, but just at least let two friends of the show be Drew's friends.
Yeah.
Just so this becomes an even playing field, because this playing field is lopsided as hell.
Lopsided. I'm telling you, it's like they just hating on Drew just because it's the easy thing. Like, you know, she's already the odd sheep of the group, so they gonna just pick on her because she's easy to pick on. And kudos to Kenya at Eric. What's Erica Jane? Pay attention. That's how you be a fun drunk, bitch. Because I'm sick of her. What happened?
Nothing, girl. It's about Beverly Hills. I can't wait to talk about this one.
Disgusting girl.
So we can play the most.
You know, one man will go down on a woman who coochie smell like incense from the flea market.
Oh my God. What is happening?
It is very witchcrafty at this point. This has turned into a whole ceremony of black magic. I don't want any part of it. That's why I'm staying far, far away.
Are you burned? I got nothing to do with it. I tried to tell y'all.
Now let's sniff her coochie and see if it works.
Oh, you do that.
And then I'm gonna come.
Everybody get up. Let's toast to the
Fresh
queen.
coochies.
Toast to what are we toasting?
Toast to the queen. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. And 24 inches later of my real hair.
You know what is so funny? I love this moment because there was a time when you could not mention a wig with Kim.
Deal with it.
I love that she embraced how we all wear wigs.
I'm so busy trying to talk about me.
How am I trying to talk about you? I love that your self-esteem has come up. Okay?
Eat it. I am the moment, bitch. I am the moment.
Only not to Marky night. Not to your baby dad.
The moment. I'm always the moment.
I don't care. She can't have. But anyways, ladies, we had such an amazing night. Such a beautiful, positive night. And I just want each and every one of you ladies to know I love you. And I want you ladies with me to recharge. Right now, I'm going through a tough time in my life. And I love all you smart, beautiful ladies. So in like 4 days, pack your bags, and you're just going with me. Road trip to Blue Ridge Mountain.
A road trip. So exciting. So exciting, a road trip.
I'm so glad you are. I love you.
Cheers. I don't like this. Stop it.
Marlo and Kenya cannot seem to get along. These bitches tore up the chateau. I know their mama taught them better than this.
Love you all. Love you all. Bye. The moment is leaving.
That's my God.
So I just really want to say, um, here we are again with this Marlo and these personal jabs at Kenya.
Yeah, it's giving real nasty and rude.
Marlo is really trying hard to make Kenya be seen as the person we've been seeing Kenya as for these last past like years since she's been on Housewives. And it's backfiring like crazy.
Yeah, Kenya's paying her dust.
Yes.
No, they're stuck at D.
It's given that she's very much delusional.
No, because it's like I'm like the back of like the whole like apartment complex.
Call the music.
And that she's trying too hard. So special.
Yeah.
Or you got anything you want to say?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, Marlo's a big hater.
She really
It's
is.
very sad.
Yeah, it seems like she's really lashing out on like people to take away from what's going on in her life, I guess. I don't know.
But only her friends.
Yeah. But that's typical Marlo. She always turn on her friends. Always.
No, she ain't got no friends. She ain't got any friends around. And two, I completely agree with you when you said that. It seems like she's lashing out to escape from her, reality of her situation. But it's like she's trying to spin it in her favor, and it's not working in her favor. Like she went on this whole campaign when people finally found out that she was getting a peach, and she was finally getting booked to do interviews and stuff. And she was making this whole campaign trying to say, "Oh, Kenya's the same old Kenya," and that she's making the girls work. But it's really giving child. They ain't even got no choice but to give you just a little bit of something and then pay your ass back for the rest of the time. Because it's constantly the same. I'm so tired of her method. I'm so tired of this. I'm about to argue with you, and then I'm going to sit back and say, "Oh, I love you, ladies, so much, and I'm so glad you guys are being here for me, and I'm so glad we're going through this together." Like
She's being real nasty.
it's getting weird. It's getting very weird. Like this is why certain people aren't made for. Well, this is why certain people aren't meant to be headliners.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
She's a lot better off as a friend of the show. She's not meant to be a headliner. And a lot of people are saying, because did you see the mid-season trailer?
Yes.
Like a lot of people were saying, they was like, "Oh, Kenya is the storyline." I mean, not Kenya. They was like saying, "Oh, Marlo is the storyline. Without Marlo, this show would be boring." And it's like, child, Marlo could have did the same thing as a friend of the show. Like, it's not like this is something you haven't seen before.
Motion detected at the.
Huh? Like, A lot of these people are steady saying that she's the reason why this season is thriving. But let's be very honest. Within those scenes, girl, Marlo, she decided that she wanted to go after Candy and Kenya, and in that mid-season trial, you actually got to see that Candy and Kenya ate her ass up. Like throughout that whole trailer, Candy and Kenya gave her what she was looking for. So that was the end of the episode. Really. We'll be back Sunday with what I'm calling a compilation of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because we have a lot to talk about when it comes to this show. We're going to be talking about microaggression. We're going to be talking about double standards. We're going to be talking about the people on the internet coming for Kyle and Kyle's daughter. We're going to have another theme of right message, wrong messenger. It's just a lot. Beverly Hills has been going on cast members of Beverly Hills have been going and giving out tyrant energy. So I'm not even going to really be talking about the episode. I'm talking about the important parts of the episode and giving like post episode information for you guys because Beverly Hills is on flames right now, and if Bravo does not get this under control,
Yeah, it's not looking good for them
at all. So, that's really it for this. We'll be back Sunday with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills compilation, and then we'll be back Tuesday again for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then I'll talk to you guys when we get off here real quick just about two things. So, you want to go give out your little special sign off? So special. Child. She must be tired. One of the two.